Marnik Bevorts surveys the start area. The British rider Kurt Nickel there, hoping for a higher position finish at the end of this season than he had last year. Carrying the number 5 plate as Bob Moore, the American, back after injury, comes down onto the line on the 250 Chesterfield Yamaha. Pedro Tractor, number 71, with his sleeves rolled up. He must mean business. Stefan Everts beside Bob Moore with 13. Yoki Karlsson right beside him. Green flag goes up, gate drops. Here they go. He won then of this 13th round of the World 250 Series gets underway. Who, we ask, will get that corner first? The dust clouds roll away, and it is number 13, Karlsson then that leads. That's Byra in second. That looks like Bevorts third and Bartolini fourth. And Bob Moore, I think, has decided the bike can race on its own. Karlsson then, from Byra the German, the young bulldoggy. We've seen him before. What a gutsy rider. There's third, fourth and fifth. Then for Everts, number 2, the current championship leader. His teammate Talon Volan out for the time being with a broken shoulder blade. But it is Karlsson from Bevorts. So Bira has gone missing. There's Bevorts. There now is Everts. Oh, there's Byra. So obviously back a little bit with Tractor behind him. So the German making a mistake, out of camera shot, but it's Karlsson that leads. The Belgian Marnik Bevorts, number 4, chases. Then Bartolini, the Italian. Then the Belgian Stefan Everts in fourth, number 2. Oh, and Everts has thrown it away. He's come around that right-hand corner. I can only imagine the front end slipped away. He gets back on the bike, but that'll drop him down a place or two. Unhurt. Karlsson leads the British 125 National Championship with Bevorts behind him. Then Bartolini. Now it's Tractor then up to 4th, Nickel to 5th. And 6th place then for the 23-year-old Belgium Stefan Everts. After crashing, but that's not so bad for him, leads the championship. Doesn't have a lot of space to spare on the man that's currently in 2nd place, Marnik Bevorts, because Bevorts is making a concerted effort to try and win the championship in 1995 for BFE Suzuki, replacing Greg Albertine, who won the 250 World Championship last year as the main team rider, and he's taken the lead. Bevorts then. Sylvain Gabor's trusted in Marnik Bevorts' ability to take another championship for Suzuki, and he's certainly on course to possibly do it. But can Stefan Everts put pay to Bevorts' run? There is Everts. And there is Bevorts, number 4. Bartolini 2nd, then Tractor now 3rd, and it's Nickel 4th. We have lost Karlsson. Everts goes up to 5th then, courtesy of the exit of Karlsson. Number 14, that's Peter Ivan, and behind Peter, that's the German Pip Byra, 61. Well, his home Grand Prix not going so well. Frederic Bollet, the young Frenchman, with Paul Cooper there on the SoCal Honda behind him. But it is this man on the BFE Johnson Suzuki, Marnik Bevorts. Andre Bartolini, Chesterfield Yamaha, Pedro Tractor, Chesterfield Suzuki, and then HRC Honda. That's Kurt Nickel and this young man, the Belgian, Stefan Everts. Silkeline, JHK, Kawasaki, and there is Karlsson's bike. 1 lap to go for Marnik Bevorts, keeping alive his championship chances. 2nd still Bartolini, and the battle is most certainly on because Everts is closing on Nickel. Tractor, oh, that's the front discard from Everts' bike. It won't really matter unless he picks up a stone on the last lap, which hopefully he won't. Over the big tabletop they come. Look at this, launching into the air. What can Everts do? Back in 5th at the moment, needs the points. And he's after them. He can see Nickel in front. He's having a look at Nickel, the HRC Honda rider, and as Everts going through on the inside of Nickel, I think he has. There is Monique Bavorts, he takes the checkered. Bartolini finishes second, and yes indeed. Well, Stefan Everts taking nickel and tractor on the closing lap. What a race. Well, as always, to the victors, the prizes. Stefan Everts and Monique Bavorts as they came down to the line then for Heat 2. Joachim Carlsen, number 13 there, fully recovered from that first race crash. Bavorts has got out the gate first, it would seem. Absolute flyer for the Belgium. Around that bottom right-hander in the dust. They can't see a thing behind about the first 6 riders. And they sort themselves out. There's Everts. He's back in about 4th. But it would say that is Monique Bavorts that's got the whole shot. Bavorts most definitely leads this. Everts back in about 4th. We've got 1 or 2 stragglers coming round, but it is Bavorts on this hard German track. Second for Byra, then Everts is 3rd, Nickel is 4th. That's Bollet behind him. Then that looks like either Moore or Bartolini. Well, it was Bartolini because there's Moore, his teammate. Bob Moore recovering, back after injury. Obviously a little detuned. Lack of race practice. But not for this man, Monique Bavorts. Byra, and look at Everts is going on the inside. Oh, Nichols hit a neutral, I think. Bollet collides with him. Oh, Peter Ivan takes out Bollet's leg, leaves Bollet stranded on the ground. He's ducking and diving, all the bikes coming through. He doesn't look very happy, and I'm not surprised. That must have hurt. So, Frederick Bollet out of this one, but the lead still held by Monique Bavorts. Byra, then Everts is 3rd, and Everts, I think, really doesn't want Bavorts to win this. I'm not surprised. He won the first one. Byra, sandwiched between those two, and we know how hard he can ride. Won't be easy to get past. Nickel dropped well off the pace now after that collision. In fact, I don't think he actually collided with Everts. I think he must have hit a neutral or something on the bike as he came through the corner. The battle is on now. Look at Everts climbing all over Byra. Has he got him on the inside? Oh, yes. A lovely piece of overtaking on the inside from the Belgian rider. Chasing this man, Monique Bavorts. So now, what can Everts do? Here is Everts. Should be Byra behind him. Yes, indeed, the Belgian goes through. Then the German, and it's the Italian Bartolini who managed to stay out of trouble. Then Peter Ivan, number 14. Then 41, Bob Moore is in that group. A better race from the first one for the American. Possibly returning back to 125s for next year. The reigning 125 champion who decided to come into the 250 category and try and win this championship. But he hasn't done it. Stefan Everts there is the man that's on target for that championship. Byra. Oh, look at Peter Ivan closing on Byra. Bartolini was in front of him. There is Bob Moore then. And has now got Nickel resurged a little bit after that, coming together with Everts. Carlsen there behind that group. And there's Rob Herring, his teammate, the RWJ's Teamsters. But Monique Bavorts at the front. Well, you can see the distance between first and second. No way, unless Bavorts makes some mistakes, is Everts going to catch him. But it's not the end of the race yet. Well, we've got a crash here. That's Byra down. Looks as if he's knocked himself out as well. That's a big hill. Fallen coming down the hill. There's the race leader. Monique Bavorts looking back for second. There is Everts now. Bavorts caught up amongst the back markers. That could help Stefan Everts maybe get on terms with Bavorts before the checkered flag. There is Bavorts. Let's look back. And there is Everts. Well, yes, indeed, that gap has definitely reduced. And Everts knows it. Picks up a bit of trackside tape. Has it hooked up, I think, under his footrest or his foot. That gets in the back wheel. That may get into his rear disc and take off his back brake. Well, there is Bavorts. Number 4, Suzuki. The Iffy Johnson Suzuki. Well, you can see the gap is most certainly narrowing. Well, that tape is actually wrapped around Stefan's foot. To the line then, it is Monique Bavort, but only just. Everts caught him up and very nearly took it from him. Kurt Nickel, courageous ride after that crash, finishing third.